recording now. So I would like to welcome everyone to the Second String Debate Team podcast. Second String Debate Team podcast. Second String Debate Team. Second String Debate Team. Second String Debate Team.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Second String Debate Team podcast. I am Javin.
Jace.
Zach. Sturgill. And Alex.
And we are at the infamous UFO Watchtower. We've been kind of a little silent on podcasts lately, but we are all together again because of the crazy schedules, and we wanted to bring you guys with us on a little trip that we're taking out here to kind of
Hunt for aliens.
Yeah, more or less
explore.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say more or less explore the conspiracy around it, but yeah, fuck it, we're hunting aliens, and you're here with us now.
There's no conspiracy.
Now,
they're real.
Now, granted, Alex, I would say that you're the most
Obsessive.
Yeah, I was gonna say involved, but yeah, obsessive about this topic. So why don't
a fish named after this?
So why don't you kind of take us? Give the people who don't follow alien conspiracy kind of like a brief dip their toes into the rabbit hole.
All right, well, that's a hard one to do, just dipping your toes. But I will bring up the most recent thing that's been out in the news, which is the Pentagon releasing officially videos of gun sights? No, gun sights.
What's a gun sight?
Fighter jets. You know, their cameras.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
And was that the footage that Tom DeLonge has been screaming about for a long time?
The gimbal video, and they show, you'll hear a lot of people kind of try and debunk it, but if you do the math from what I've heard, because I haven't done the math because I suck at it.
I heard the math.
Yo, I saw the math and I was like, that shit's hard.
Dude on YouTube, he was like, yo,
that
here's some math.
What is this, Goodwill Hunting, bro? Always be Matt Damon.
He's like sitting there teaching you the problem. He's like, hold on here, I'll show you step by step.
So they check
Have you ever done math before? Here I am to show you. And now, at the end of this 57-hour video, you know how to find UFOs.
Sorry,
and
Alex.
that's pretty much what it is. There's UFOs that are doing really fast, crazy shit that people that are fighter pilots are
Dude,
like...
unless you're gonna tell a scary story, move your face.
Oh my god, stop.
I mean, this is perfect lighting of a UFO just abducting us right now.
Jesus.
Come here. Yeah.
Alright.
Dude, Sturgill looked.
Dude, Sturgill slowly just lurked. He was like,
hey, what y'all talking about?
Alright.
Oh,
so
God.
Anyways, let's explain
now that your toes are dipped.
Yeah.
Dip them toes, girl.
There's crazy shit flying around that we can't explain. There's video of it. And it's starting to feel like it's not every crazy person talks about UFOs. Like, there's a little bit of respectability to people actually coming forward and talking about what they see, which is partially why we're out here, because we wanted to see if we could see something.
That is actually a point that me and Kelly have talked about is this stuff has been released and yet it's still so ignored.
Yeah.
Do you think that's part of the, because it came out in January, February time frame, so around when everything
no idea, let's fact check it.
Collapsing.
I don't remember when it came out.
Well, actually, yeah, you guys talk, I'll fact check.
All right.
That's
Hold
what
on.
first.
Basically, the conspiracy theory is that COVID was released just to... no, I'm not doing that. That was going to be... No. I'm not making a conspiracy...
Don't go that far.
I wasn't going to make a...
platform.
Wait, okay, hold on.
We need a new start. That's far too
First of all,
let's
the
start
reason...
from the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning, we're in the car because it's raining outside, and as much as we wanted to go UFO hunting, cameras and water don't mix. So the second thing is COVID came out just after they released this UFO footage, which definitely seems really weird to me. I think COVID's a cover-up for UFOs. Also, the reason it's raining today is because they can manipulate the weather. They knew we were coming hunting for them, and they decided to camouflage themselves in a thunderstorm. You heard it here first.
Man, we are on completely different levels, dude. Okay, hold on. That just snap, crackled, and popped over.
I'm over here trying to fact check, and I can't spell.
By the way,
the damn.
Okay, so wait. On a real note.
On a real note,
he
was kidding.
I just said, yeah.
He was kidding.
Okay.
Joe Rogan already has Eddie Bravo. We don't need any crazy shit like that floating around here.
I was so confused. I was
Jason's
like, this motherfucker. Like, I hang out with this dude.
Yeah, Jason's like, God damn it, dude. Oh,
I didn't know we were gonna fight tonight.
God damn.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
No, but on a real note, I think there is something crazy flying in the skies, and we don't really know what it is.
Oh, 100%.
And it's like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I do feel like there is becoming a little bit more like legitimacy to actually talking about it. You know, it's no longer, I don't think that stigma of being like Joe Blow in the middle of the boondocks, not, you know.
So most, real quick, most of the articles I'm seeing about the like Pentagon UFO footage was around April of this year, so like right in the heat of everything. Because I remember seeing, you know, I follow Tom DeLonge on Instagram, and I remember him like posting that footage again and being like, remember this? Like, now it's confirmed. So I think there is something to be said about that. Like, the story definitely fell by the wayside considering the rest of the world was fucking on fire. But like, it is still crazy that like the Pentagon finally admitted, and you know, there's so many angles of speculation you can take from there, but like they finally admitted that they were like, we don't know what the fuck that is in that video. Like that aircraft is unidentified, and that's essentially, you know, that is what a UFO is, an unidentified flying object. That's not to say, you know, it's some, you know, test aircraft from another country that they don't know what it is or whatever, but it still adds credibility to the case of people that have you know, been pursuing and witnessed UFOs, because you know, you were telling me you had just watched that documentary the other night about the guy that was abducted and then, you know, returned like 5 days later, and that's a real story. You know, there's an actual movie about it. Yeah, Fire in the Sky. Yeah, and like, you know, it adds some credibility to that, because, you know, before they were like, oh, this guy just did drugs. Like, they had every excuse in the book for him, but this dude's still out there making documentaries like, nope, I was fucking flown up and taken, and they did shit to me, and everybody's like, you're crazy. You know?
So that's an interesting point where, you know, that came out in April, like you said, and it's kind of amidst the you know, COVID pandemic. We got protests going on, you know, and it feels like the world's falling apart. And then we have this other part that's, oh my God, aliens may be here. And that leads us into our sponsor,
Tack Soup! Talking about our very first sponsor, Tack Soup. So, I don't know how many times you guys have just been walking around during this pandemic and you've been just scared shitless. You don't know what's going on. Sturgill! Hey! Come here.
Hey, can we put him in the car?
Hey, Sturgill. Well, Tack Soup has the solution for you. How many times have you been running around in this pandemic where you reaching for your hatchet, your corkscrew? It's gone. Your IFAK, your paracord, a lighter, it works. Your soup, don't have it anymore. Now you're dying of starvation. Pandemic one, you, nothing. See, what you got here is everything that we had on the table before, but now it's right in your hand. Yeah, I'm excited too. Now we have the Tack Soup model SR7AH, SR8 model AH, SR7 Tack Soup model AB, Tack Soup SR8 something or other. See, got your lighter that we talked about earlier. There's that lighter again. It still works. You're going through the streets in Pandemicville, wherever you live. Maybe you don't have your mask. People are after you. They're trying to get you because you're a bad egg. But you got to call in your boys for reinforcements. You come up here on the radio, you go, hey, any station this net? Any station this net?
Yeah, this net.
You proud, Dad? Anyways, sometimes it works really well. If the radio dies, you have more batteries right here. Corkscrew. This comes in handy for a lot of things. You can jab with it, open up wine with it. You got an IFAK on the side of this bad boy for when this most likely fails you and you get shot. You got a multi-tool, which is actually the most useful feature of the whole thing. Here it is. It comes off real easy. You also got some matches right next to your radio because everybody knows those go together, can't get lost. And of course your paracord that's now stuck in tape. You got your spoon here for eating. See, it's set up that you can pour the soup right out of it and then just go right into your bowl. It's an effective fluid motion. Somebody's coming up to you trying to take your milk money, you got a hatchet or chop wood, whatever you need to do. We got this bad boy for you for some low monthly payments of $395. Anyways, give us a call. Do you want to make your father proud? 1-800-TAC-SOUP, the only company that's cornered the market of soup and tools. I'm sorry. You might be hunting aliens, they might not be hunting you, but you're ready. You got this hatchet right here. Self-defense, chopping wood, whatever you need. I was not listening.
You know what we should add to TAC Soup is a spirit box, because I've been watching so much Ghost Adventures recently.
You might be wondering, what the fuck is the cactus? It's the only central thing we've had in every episode, and it's gone. And I just want to own up to it. I left it at home, on the table, by itself.
And even though we're in the desert, we totally forgot to dig one up. There's actually, there's
I'm
one
looking
right...
I'm looking right here.
One right
there's
in front
probably
of us.
about, I don't know, 75 fucking cacti out there.
Just trust us. They're there. You just can't see them on this episode.
I actually fell into one the other day.
Really? On your bike?
Yeah, and there's a splinter in my thumb. We got our cactus.
Oh, bro, just keep your thumb up. We got a cactus.
We got a goddamn cactus in here.
Way to come through.
Dude, you're more dedicated.
Clutch.
This is 100% Kelly's fault, though. I blame her 100%.
Well, then you know what? Kelly came through clutch,
Yeah.
Dude.
Yo, you cannot get away from the cactus. Sorry. Anyways, aliens.
Yeah. I don't think they like cactuses. Have you ever noticed that?
Nah, man, I've never interacted with
You know what? No, I haven't. Let's talk about it. Tell me about
I've never seen an alien when it's around a cactus. I have a funny feeling.
I've never seen an alien around anything, so I could say that.
That's true. But a lot of people have seen aliens around cactuses.
Yeah, because I feel like isn't a desert environment kind of conducive to an abduction?
Yeah, we are literally sitting in the most...
No, I feel like you have to go off the numbers with this one. I think that's how movies portray it.
Ooh. Could be.
Because in the documentary, that
but then again, if I start
very
fact
credible things
was in a forest.
Was in a forest.
But then again, if I start fact checking right now, like where y'all been abducted, I'm just gonna get down a Reddit feed of people that are like, my butt was poked. My butt was poked. Like,
oh my God, we were listening to a podcast on the way up here today talking about
that. My butt was poked.
Yeah, but he gave a rational explanation for why that may be happening.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, so he was
checking everybody's
what did he come up with?
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, no, so basically what he was saying was that the reason we know what Australopithecus and those, our ancestors ate is because we found their poop in caves.
Their poop in caves?
Yeah, we found their poop in caves, so we learned what their diet was. And his thought was that maybe their biologists and the anal probing is really just a poop sample because they're trying to study what we eat. Because apparently they don't have TV and can't see our commercials.
Well,
dude, what?
Beat yourself down to a Denny's real quick.
Okay, hold on.
And just have somebody with a notepad. That's so much easier than sticking something in someone's butt. Well, I can see you right here. Look at how beautiful they are.
Look at me.
I can see you.
This is the best podcast we've ever done, guys. Thank you for joining us.
I would
okay,
I want to bring up one thing real quick.
Yes, please.
In the podcast,
hey, Sturgill, you gotta chill. Hey,
chill, homie. This ain't your street.
In the podcast we were listening to, the theory was that these extraterrestrial beings that we associate with UFOs are actually just us in the future, thousands of years evolved. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, coming back to study ourselves.
So essentially, it's like if string theory collapsed upon itself and we were like able to.
We already talked about not knowing math, so don't bring that up.
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay. So
this is-
let's say
I'm gonna
that.
forget this
So you're
one.
saying, oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna forget.
Go.
Okay, hold on. What were we talking about? Aliens.
Yes.
Shit.
That's the
I know
whole
I'm
point
about
of
to
this
lose
trip.
it, man.
No. He brought up time. He
Mustache
brought up,
man. Mustache man.
Mustache man. He
The
brought
guy
up
that got abducted in the
yes.
woods, in the forest. The documentary about it.
Fire in the sky. I was
Yeah.
gonna say fire in the
Okay.
woods,
We
but
almost
that's not
lost
right.
it. We
Seth,
almost lost it.
Talk about what you were talking about. Bring it up. Bring it up.
In this podcast, we're listening
It was about him. I know it was.
Yes, it was. So
Mustache
he
man.
Mustache man.
Oh,
he popped up
oh, I got it. He got abducted.
Yes.
Yes, okay. He said he did not know what those first two creatures were
Yes.
that like were in the room with him. What if it's AI? And because he saw the humans later.
Yes.
So that actually could be like a valid
So
point
you're-
to that.
What's
So you're saying that we
I don't know what
become.
you're talking about.
Oh no! So
story.
this adds credibility to what you were saying. So you're saying that
anybody
the
see
aliens
that?
may be advanced versions of us that are so far in the future. They have technologies that we are, that are unfathomable to us. So, in order for that to happen, like that could be what that guy saw. He saw, essentially like AI, bots, beings that had come back to study the, like a regular Joe. That could have been their assignment for this guy from the Fire in the Sky story. Like he was just a regular dude, wore Miller High Life shirts and fucking worked at a garage. Like that was his deal.
He was a logger.
And my bad.
Yeah, no, let's be fact check correctable.
Yeah.
Where did he live? How old
No,
is he?
no, okay, hold on. I saw this. I saw this.
I saw this
documentary
movie
on
like
Netflix
7 years ago. I'm sorry.
a couple weeks ago.
real-
I'm
I'm
just going
insulting
off
a dude.
this.
No, real quick. Is anybody else seeing that blue light randomly flashing off in the distance?
Yes.
I
Okay.
bet it's there to fuck with us.
It's
Um,
not a UFO.
all
I wanna
right.
say.
Well,
I
usually
guess I don't
ground-based-
know that for
But
sure.
I'm-
Yeah.
But still.
But no, I'm sorry. So,
Hi.
so yeah, if that, you think about where artificial intelligence is
being
going.
facially probed.
And I've heard a lot of theories of people saying, like, artificial intelligence may be the next sentient being. So these sentient beings
All right,
could
start
be,
drawing-
like you're
lay down.
saying, like coming
bud.
back in time
Lay
to
down.
essentially learn history
Lay
in a
down.
way that no one else ever has.
yeah.
Lay down.
Like we learn
boy.
history from the accounts of others.
Good boy.
It may become tangible in the future where, and this is so far outlandish, but like where time travel becomes accessible. So you can learn history like from the epicenter of it. You can be,
Yeah,
you can be
right
there.
there and experience it.
And that's kind of what
that
this,
would, dude. That would be. What if that is? Oh,
That's
shit.
kind of what
That's
this guy
exactly
was
what this
bringing
guy
up.
was saying.
They're basically time traveling anthropologists.
Holy shit.
Because if you think about it, none of us has experienced what cavemen have gone through.
No.
Or how they've actually lived. We have
all
some
theoretical.
hints, we have some theories or whatever, but like nothing's 100%. How 100% would it be to come back in time as a being that knows like somewhat where we came from and to be like, oh, this is exactly where we came from.
On that same
That's
note,
exactly
though,
what we
going off of this, people think that it's so outlandish to be able to accept, but think about Wi-Fi. That is like just it is sending a signal. Someone had to think about how the world works in order to get a signal to that point.
Yeah, physics.
That made no
Like a
fucking
mother.
sense. But
No,
you
no,
know
no.
the idea
No.
I'm trying to get.
No,
at.
no,
Yeah.
I know. And think about that. We live in an age now where like all of us are old enough to remember when like touchscreen stuff and like all the technology that is so readily available to us used to be in science fiction movies. Like I remember Minority Report.
Oh yeah.
When like Tom
Yeah.
Cruise
Classic.
used the the touch screen to navigate through all of his different like potential criminals and stuff. And we now live in a day and age where like not only the touchscreen technology is available, but like we're on the
getting-
precipice of like Minority Report technology.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
we're
And
getting
it's
to,
like
augmented reality now.
and so when you bring up stuff like, beings from the future, it's like really within the next, however many years, like what what is the next advances of science, and how are we to say that, like, you know,
explain a brand new iPhone 11 or whatever it is to someone in like the 1800s.
In 1995,
Exactly.
dude. Go explain that to somebody in 1995. They'd be like,
yeah.
But
Bill Gates would be
today
like,
we would sit
"The
here and be
fuck
like,
are
this
you
is
talking
normality.
about?"
Literally.
This
Yeah.
this is a normal thing. Everyone has one
Dude.
of these in their pocket.
And
But
this
if you
is-
talked about this 100 years ago, you'd be fucking nuts.
yeah, and like, think about, dude,
You
my
probably
phone,
converted the stake for being a witch too.
my phone, if I park my car for more than 15 minutes, when I get back in my car, my phone will tell me the fastest way to get home.
Yeah.
That's the first thing it tells me.
Yeah.
Like, we live in an age where, like, artificial intelligence, like, and it's not sentient. It doesn't have the ability to, like, feel and love and things like that. But the idea of, like, cognitive technology, we are there.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
we are there where technology can literally be like, oh, I've been pinged here so many times that this is home.
Yeah.
This is home because
Yeah, I
from
know
the
where
hours
it
of
is.
this and this, we return here, and it fits within the algorithm. And now,
Yeah,
and dude, it's
nuts.
crazy
So-
as fuck, man.
So
Yeah,
that
it's-
said,
it's
do you
insane.
think with our, like, because biology is kind of going through a revolution in and of itself too, so do you think, like, maybe what people are calling the gray aliens are basically like biological robots?
You mean like
Like they're
Kinda like-
engineered.
Like a hybrid.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
they're engineered. but
like
they're
their
engineered to
entire
do-
purpose is to research
Yeah.
history or to like
do
research
whatever,
humanity.
Yeah, research something. It may not
Ooh,
be. just-
maybe like they're bots with like a limited amount of
Personal thought.
cognizance.
Yeah.
You know, like, and actually that would explain a lot about, like, I keep bringing this back up, but it's just it's prevalent in my mind. Like the movie Fire in the Sky, when they depict the aliens, they
By the
are
way, creepiest fucking aliens I have ever seen. If you
Really?
have not seen that movie, I find those aliens to be the creepiest.
you're not the first
aliens.
person that said that to me.
I've never seen it. So I don't know.
It's a really good movie.
It's a real movie
the-
or it's a documentary?
It's a
Both.
studio.
There's a
studio
real movie and
called
there's a
Fire
doc-
in the Sky.
yeah.
Is the real, like,
Okay.
studio film.
Mhm.
It was made in the 80s, so like the horror aspect of it, I will say, is a little outdated.
Okay.
But the story of it and the acting and all that is
And
still
the guy in the
still a good
movie,
film.
or the guy that the movie's based on, said that, like, the way the craft and everything was depicted was definitely, like, Hollywooded.
Yeah.
And he's actually making a push to get the movie made, like remade, but more accurate than what was depicted in the movie. But I will say, those aliens in that movie, they did a great job, whoever was the art director or props person, because they are fucking creepy.
Well, and they are creepy, and where I was going with that is, like, when you think of a being that you know is only cognizant to a certain degree, cognizant to its own abilities in the field of research, that, you know, you look at aliens and they're always portrayed as like these gray, like, lifeless almost beings that just have these dark eyes.
Yeah.
And maybe that's it, you know, maybe these people were in contact with, like, you know, these bots that had been created by a future version of us that don't have
Yeah.
love or sympathy or empathy or anything like that in their eyes.
They're more
They
or less
just have,
programmed.
like, they have
Yeah.
a simple mission of, like, I'm here to research you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
here to learn.
And a lot of, if you listen,
Maybe,
like,
I don't know.
Who
if
knows?
you get obsessed with it enough,
The
like
car
I
just
do,
starts getting taken out.
were you,
FBI get text us, they're like, hey boys,
Hey, y'all gotta stop right now. Just
we hear you.
No, but there's, if you listen to enough stories, a lot of the times when people come in contact with grays when they've been abducted, they say that there's other beings that seem to be the ones that are actually in charge of the grays. Yeah, so like
ooh,
they're either
That's
like
interesting.
larger than the grays, so like they're grays but bigger, or like reptilians. I've heard that a lot, where the reptilians are the ones that are in charge of the grays,
Really?
well,
which is interesting. And then, like,
So they're
you
like
know,
little minions.
yeah, they're basically little biological minions.
what if,
Alien
you know,
Oompas.
to add to that, like, if these, and going off the same theory I was spitting before, but like if it's humans that are doing this research, like, future humans that are doing this research, they would know, obviously, that like, you know, a being like myself would recognize a being like you that is researching me. And so maybe they put on disguises or something to make, you know,
to not influence the study.
All right, so I'm just gonna fess up to it. We had to do a hard break there because I had to take a pee break.
Oh my god!
Anyways,
it was glorious.
Yeah, we don't actually remember.
So we don't actually remember where we left off before. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes and address the fact that you guys are gonna see a hard transition to us being outside filming, and that's because in about 10 minutes, I don't know why I looked outside like I'm a meteorologist.
Yo, I don't know if you guys
dark as fuck
you see
out there.
this black sky? Like, goddamn, dude. Eight
Alex,
more minutes, this bad bitch gone.
Alex is a meteorologist, and he told me that in 12 minutes the storm will pass, and we can go outside and film. So you're gonna see a hard transition to us being like, oh, we're outside, and that's what that is. So
Hold
for the
on,
last
time
few
out.
minutes in the
When we get to that point, let's remember this moment where I'm talking about it. So 12 minutes in the future can look back at this moment and be like, yo, you remember when that happened? Then we're going to have this conversation, but we're going to be outside.
Are we going to be super
time traveling.
conceptual about it?
Huh?
This is sounding really Inception.
yeah, but we could be.
Yeah, but
about
we're
it.
going to talk about this moment right now. Like 12 minutes when outside.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we're
we-
going to freak out. I promise you. I promise you we will. At least I will.
I believe it. But for the last little bit of time we have in the car, I wanted to, I guess my biggest like intrigue with the alien conspiracy, and I like self-admitted I'm not involved in it at all. Like what I know about alien conspiracy is pretty much from this dude here in the back. And Tom DeLonge. Honestly, those are the only two people that I know that are involved in this shit.
One is credible.
And that's Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, dude, when was the last time you went to the Pentagon?
I will never not love him, though.
Oh, yeah,
I
dude.
sit there and I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
It doesn't
I love
matter. Like, he's Tom DeLonge. But, my intrigue in it, I guess, is the government side of it. Like, what are they covering up? What do they have to gain from covering it up? So while we're waiting the rest of this storm to pass us, I guess I'd like to just kind of give the spotlight to Alex and let him answer my question more or less. Like, what does the government have to gain from covering up UFOs? That's what I want to know.
I'm sorry, I was petting Sturgill. What was the question?
Hell no. Get out.
You're out. No, so like, what does the government gain from covering up UFOs? Is what I want to know.
Because they can't
You know what I
explain
think?
it,
You know what I
so
think to some extent?
Why not?
Well, you know what, like, to hide it, what I think
It shows a weakness. Like it shows that we can't explain something, so we maybe have a threat. That's why you hide it from the people.
Well, there's that, but I think what you see in what's happened this year in 2020, where we have, I mean, and this is nowhere near as scary as, you know, quote unquote aliens landing, is you have a pandemic where people don't really know what's going to happen. We have protests where people are spinning it which way and every other way to make it seem like a good thing or a bad thing, whatever. And society is like, as a whole, not really doing too great. I mean, it's weird that it's like living in this time feels. Wow, I just got blasted.
Sturgill.
Hey. But isn't that how it always is? By like what the
No, it
media
is.
produces out though? Like what
Right,
the
and so
media
what I'm
pushes
saying-
out is what dictates what's going on right now.
Right, and so what I think the reason for hiding something would be that you don't want to let something out into the public until maybe you know, and you guys can speak to this because you guys are both ex-military, you don't necessarily want to let the public know, like, hey, there are these spacecrafts, we don't know how to fight them.
I never
in case-
fucked with space.
I'm telling you,
Let me
my
get to
dad.
my point. Shut the fuck up and let me make my point. The point is, if you, well, actually, no, here's a good question. What happens, like, if you guys, I'm sure you guys train in QCB, a little bit at least, right? All right, never mind. The point is, when
What is QCB?
I was gonna ask that too.
Explain it.
Wait, no, it's not QCB, is it? It's CQB.
Oh, well, yeah. I was like, no, I don't know what this is. Please tell me. I've never heard of it.
What kind of letters are you putting together?
No, that was math, dude. I told you I'm bad at math.
That was alphabet.
No, it's algebra.
That was alphabet.
No, it's algebra. Anyway.
That was alphabet.
Well, shit.
Did you say a letter? That was alphabet.
That was words. Man, I want to make my future as a writer, and that's the most ignorant thing I've ever said in my entire life. Oh, letters? Well, bit by boob.
Oh.
Sorry, Alex.
Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
The point is, if you have a threat that shows things that are maybe outside of your scope of being able to combat them, if you let the public know that there is potentially this threat out there, but guess what? In all honesty, we don't know how to fight it.
We don't stand a chance, possibly?
Yeah, and we don't stand a chance. Like, it would make sense for me, I would think, that you don't let the populace know that until at least you potentially have a solution. You know, like, what do they always say when you go to a boss, like, with a problem?
So do you think there's like a Cold War going on with the aliens, potentially?
Potentially.
Like
well, I'm saying that could be a reason for not letting people know. But yeah, there potentially could be a Cold War. I mean, if you listen to the Bob Lazar story, they've been trying to reverse engineer craft that they had. And according to him, they were like, we are years... Like, the analogy he made was like, okay, if you have a nuclear reactor, right, we know how they work. But take a nuclear reactor back to the 1800s and give it to the people with no explanation. Like, are they going to be able to reverse engineer it? Like, if they don't know the science, you know, who knows? And like, them just disassembling it to try and figure it out what it is could kill them.
Yeah.
That brings us to the next point, or I guess a point with that. A nuclear reactor, right? That's a huge, crazy deal. Now, 40 years from now, that might just be like basic bitch shit. Like,
yeah,
because of what we've
100%,
discovered from this.
Yeah,
That's
like,
the same thing with phones.
Yeah. Like,
Right, and so to me, that's where I think...
like nuclear reactors could be at like a city,
Toddler
or like
stuff.
like every city has a nuclear reactor, every county.
Yeah.
You know, to like,
So, like,
and they're just like,
basic bitch.
yeah, and it's just like some guy that's paid $17 an hour is like, yeah, I fucking
Yeah,
watch
it's
this
like the
shit,
minimum
and he
wage
just has an
job.
OSHA guide, and he's like, yeah, and like we're like, what the fuck? And like the scientists of today are like, ah. But that guy is so, like, our education has gone so far beyond that he's like, dude, I learned about like nuclear physics in like preschool.
Yeah.
Like, it was like ABC, these chemicals, like, and he's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
I get that.
No, but that's, I mean, in terms of like cover up, I think that's why you would cover something like that up.
Exactly.
because
they
it-
don't
it-
understand it.
It,
Right, the
it evades
populace-
understanding. Like, you, like,
Right.
Yeah.
the regular people would be like, oh my god, like,
Yeah,
no!
the populace would freak out. And that's even
Yeah.
if...
It would
that's
cause,
assuming
like, it would
there
cause
is-
mass hysteria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And you would
Huh.
want to avoid that, I feel like.
I feel like you would want to avoid mass
And that's
hysteria.
not
because
even-
that's
That's
what we
kind of
live
like
in.
where we're heading already.
Already, dude, bro,
You know
it
what
is
I mean?
mass hysteria. People are like,
And we already can't handle it.
yeah,
You
like,
know,
and
as a-
and think of, all right,
as a
that's
globe.
actually a great point. We can handle mass hysteria when it comes in the form of a manageable disease in which all they're asking is put a mask on. Like, hey,
Yeah.
we've opened everything back up. Like, live your lives, but put a mask on. And there's still people that are like, "Man, dude, you want me to fucking put a mask on? Like, I won't do it. I read the Constitution kind of one time, and now
Yeah.
I'm fucking upset,
I know my
dude.
rights. I know one.
I know one.
I know one.
I know what the Second Amendment says.
I
Something
got
about
more.
guns.
Bro, that's where most people stop. They're like, the First Amendment's like, say whatever you want. The Second Amendment says have guns, and they're like, I've heard enough.
Yeah.
And they just leave.
Try to stop me.
Like, and dude, imagine trying to like teach a class about
Oh
the
my
Constitution.
God.
You're like, first, say what you want. We don't give a fuck. And they're like, nice.
I agree
And
with
then
that.
they're like, second, have guns. And they're like, dope. I'm like, dude, if I was in that class, I'd be like, I'm out. Like, I would just leave. I'd be like, you told me all I need to know.
That's all I need.
But you gotta hang out till you get to the fifth.
I got $8.
Yeah, and then
I plead the fifth.
yeah, because a lot of the people that only heard the first two are having a lot of trouble
Well, no, they were
when
having-
it's time to plead the fifth.
They had-
Because they're just like, fuck you.
They were having
I can
daydreams
say
about the
whatever
first
I
and
want
second.
and I have this gun. Like, you have to read the whole thing. It'd be like a lot of people. You just open up part of the Bible and you're like, that's that.
And wow, Sturgill is a worm right now.
Oh, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
You probably can't see him in the camera.
What do you
No.
want up here?
Look at his butt.
His
Hey.
butt is just like
Sturgill.
he's gonna snap his back.
Dude,
come here, bro.
look at that
Hey,
bad boy.
No,
shit.
I didn't say go back.
You have to figure it out.
Dude, what?
Oh, Sturgill.
So much has been happening.
how-
Hey, is it gonna rain or what?
Yeah.
It hasn't even rained.
Why
Dude,
the fuck has
yeah,
it
I told you
rained
it
yet?
was-
Pull up that Doppler. Quit lying to us.
Tell
Yeah, dude.
tell us
It's
what we
like
need
we're
to know.
right on the edge of it. It's like, give it a minute. It's gonna start raining.
Time now. Someone give me time.
Time.
9:42.
Sure.
Better have some drops by 9:43.
By the way, guys, I failed math, but I am an expert meteorologist thanks to my super smart cell phone.
Which we didn't have in the 90s.
Right.
Fuck the 90s, dude.
No.
Dude, fuck
I'm
the
just
weather
kidding.
in the 90s.
The
Kidding.
90s are great.
No, the 90s were great.
But fuck the weather in the 90s. Because you didn't know.
Okay.
You couldn't look at
What are you,
your
Al
Doppler on
Gore,
your
dude?
phone.
Chill out.
Did you
had
just
to-
say fuck the
you had to
weather in
turn
the
on the local
90s?
Yeah,
channel.
because you couldn't just pull up an app and look at the weather.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
that's how Al Gore almost ran for president again, honestly.
Man Bear Pig?
No, because he was like, fuck the weather in the 90s. Look at this
Is that right?
documentary I made.
Wait, say
Fuck
that
you, Al
again.
Gore.
Alright,
So-
well,
I have a question.
I don't need it. I guess I
Okay.
don't need a history lesson right
Did
now.
have you
Who?
never heard of it?
Who?
shut up, Jeff.
Who has seen The Fourth Kind? The remake?
Me.
The
The
remake?
fourth
Wait, they
kind?
made a remake of The Fourth Kind?
I think so. Or maybe not.
I saw The Fourth Kind.
Wait,
I will
Is it
tell
The
you
Fourth
this
Seth,
Kind?
story.
you're bringing this up.
You mean an
I know
encounter
this
of the
now.
No, it's like the old one was the third kind, right?
Yeah,
So
the
they
fourth
made The
kind.
Fourth Kind.
The Steven
Right.
Spielberg movie?
No. They made a movie called Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind because there are technically 5 different types of alien contact. The first one, Close Encounters of the First Kind, is where you see a ship. Close Encounters of the Second Kind, I
Okay.
believe, is where you, like, the ship lands and leaves, like, indentations or, like, proof that it was there.
Okay.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind is when you're abducted.
Dude, there's been some odd ships in here that I've never seen, but I am about them.
You got that odd bag, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the rain is coming down. Sturgill has finally found a place to sit down. And we are here, back, talking about aliens, hunting them, maybe being friends with them.
Okay.
We don't know.
We're not really hunting them though. We're just kind of.
No, we're in a Volkswagen. Really.
Way to shit on yourself, I guess.
We're just sitting out
No, I'm
there.
just saying what we're in. Just that's a.
Why
that's
aren't we in no Land Rover? Like what?
because I'm not David Dobrik. I know these videos might look like it right now, but I'm not. I don't got a Tesla. I'm just recording in a car with my friends. That's why.
Well,
Yo, David Dobrik, though, if you want to give me a nicer car. I'm all
This is
for
a
it.
nice
just
ass.
gonna
No, it's a
toss
nice
one,
car.
you know.
But I'm just saying, if I pulled up and he was like, "You want a Tesla?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah."
do you want a Tesla?
Yeah.
Let's get you a Tesla. I'm like sitting there and be like, hey, sign this dude up for a Tesla.
I now have like a $3,000 a month car payment. I'm like, yes.
It's worth it.
40. It's like even the car dealer's like, that's a 97.8% interest rate, and I'm like,
Sign me up.
all the pictures. I'm like, ah.
Ah, shit.
I hope
But you'll have your goddamn Tesla.
That's true. Goddamn. Is that what it takes to get a Tesla? Like severe crippling debt and depression?
Not apparently if you're really attractive and have followers.
I'm not that
Sure.
attractive. I don't have that many followers, so I get 97.8 interest rate. Here I come.
interest rates based on followers now?
Yo, if that was the case, I'd be out here grinding, dude. I'd be like, follow this shit. I'd be throwing t-shirts at everybody. Make my credit better.
Make my credit better. You know, I paid for this t-shirt. It's yours. Please, for the love of God, look at me.
Yo, follow me. I give you a free t-shirt.
I don't t-shirt. I'll buy your dinner right now. I don't care.
Yo, I'll pay your rent if you follow me.
You have no idea what I'll do. Then it just turns into us recording you do crazy shit for followers, and it's like you're eating out of the trash in New York City. Like,
oh, I'm in New York City, dude. I made it.
well, no,
Yeah.
you tried to make it,
No
but
matter
you
what,
have 5
you made
roommates,
it.
and you guys live in a storage unit.
You can make it anywhere. Man.
Well, that took a tangent.
Aliens.
None of that's useful.
Yeah, now that we're back on some real shit.
Here's the perfect segue. Aliens.
Let's talk about the aliens.
Anal probes.
So now that you guys...
That is so interesting though. That I've never thought about that. The point you brought up earlier about like studying us has brought us to everything we're coming up
It's
to.
like an hour and a half late, man.
I found it back there. I'm
That-
still
like,
impressed. I'm
that
still thinking about
Holy
it.
shit.
That
No.
reciprocal
Yesterday-
thought was brought to you by weed.
That thing you just said yesterday
No.
was really awesome.
No, I think
No,
Jace
he's
hit on
thinking
a
about
point.
it.
Jace just time traveled.
Yeah.
And it's coming back.
It might
to
have felt like it, but I'm
investigate.
sure I didn't.
Jace is an alien.
He had an out of body experience. He just got
Never
back.
looked at me like that.
I don't know
Yeah.
who we were talking to this whole time.
None of the, yeah, this
Probably a
is
gray.
no. We're talking to one of us editing this in the computer. That's gonna go cut right here.
Yeah.
Why?
Hey, you
We're breaking
cut
the
right
third
here.
wall.
We're
man.
going back to the roots.
Yeah,
like first podcast. Let's
Oh,
go.
you mean the roots of the cactus that we haven't dug
Hey,
up yet?
put the cactus up.
Hold on, let's talk about cactus roots. Do they got roots?
Yes, they have roots.
I can't imagine what they would look like. I have no idea. Have you ever thought about that?
There's one right there. Go dig it up with your bare hands and bring it back.
I
Oh,
think
is it
it's
done
like a
raining?
Normal.
I want
root.
I want a full cactus. I want like if I try to rip
Like
it up, I'm gonna get
Arizona
hurt.
cactus, or what?
I've never even
Talking
seen
like
one
8
of those.
foot, 9
Let's
foot
talk about
cactus?
You
that.
guys are getting crazy.
Yeah, we were 100% off topic.
No, I don't.
I've never seen a cactus like that, like in real life.
Me
Really?
neither, actually.
What are they called? Like Socorro cactuses or something?
Maybe. Yeah,
You mean like
can,
a big?
crack
You've
them
never seen a
open.
big ass cactus?
You can drink the cacti
Really?
water.
Yeah, I've never seen
That's
something
what-
that big.
They're illegal
Roots?
to chop down.
Oh yeah,
Are they?
they
Yeah,
do have
because they
pretty
take
big
for
roots.
so long to grow. They're like,
See,
they're
I
like
would have never
redwoods.
guessed.
Yeah.
They look like a slender.
the big cactuses, cacti, whatever that you're talking about. Those are what they get agave from and make tequila and shit. Like the little flowers and all that come off of it.
Okay.
That's why like really good tequila is very expensive because they're like, I got this flower off a cactus.
Is
Well,
that
that
the
works.
scientific?
Yeah.
Like, you're
Yeah.
telling me if I went to a place where they make tequila,
And that everybody,
one dude would roll in and be like,
no,
I got a flower.
not one dude. Everybody would be like, grab
I
a
got this
cactus.
flower.
And you're like, damn, and they're like, you have to be really delicate with it. That's why it's so expensive. And you're like, can I touch it? And they're like, no.
Hot damn.
And
The more
then
you
just-
know.
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, so
I
I
was
think
gonna
the
go
best way,
further with that story.
I think the best way to get back in is just to take it from explaining the different kinds.
Yeah.
Because that's where we were.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Did that get too
There's
tangential for you?
no way we can tie that in.
Yeah, they're absolutely not.
I'm just trying to be realistic. That's
What did we tie in?
So
What did we tie in?
I left at the third, Close Encounters of the Third.
See, that bitch is smeared in there. It's there. It's spending its life. Its energy is projected into this car.
Guys, everybody take the
another
bug's
one,
energy.
Get the other one.
No. We already have
Hey,
one.
This car is gonna be haunted on its own, man. Let's stop killing.
He lives. No, he lives. He lives.
No.
Stop.
I'm haunting your car.
Stop putting him
Your
in
car will
my.
get more
I don't give a
powerful.
fuck if you haunt my car, but stop putting him in the part that's hard to clean.
Your car will absorb the power.
I
yeah,
got
no.
that.
Now
bitch.
I have.
Soon
Come on, no,
now
I
I
got
have
that
202
bitch.
horsepower.
Man.
Sturgill
Sturgills.
power. All right.
Back to it. Let's clean clap this.
Here's a clean clap. Quapow.
That was not a clean clap.
Fuck you, dude. All right.
That
Clap a
wasn't-
little
no,
better. You gotta clap.
Yeah, you gotta clap in front of the camera so the camera can
Dude,
see
you
the
have to clap in front of the camera.
All right, we ready? We don't even need this. I hope you know that.
Nobody needs
No, we only
this.
need one. All right.
It was so
Now that we got
unnecessary.
one.
Yeah. So Close Encounters of the Third Kind is where you get abducted. Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind is... Wait, no, I made that.
I was gonna say.
Close Encounters-
All right.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind is where you have contact with aliens. Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind is where you get abducted by aliens. And Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind is basically where you request to encounter aliens.
How do you?
And it's successful.
Interquel.
How do you request?
Did you just say interquel?
Like if you had like if you had an SOS and you flashed them and they came down, they're like, "What's up, dude?" And you're like, "What up, bud?"
What's up,
Did you hear
dude?
the new Drake album?
Never have I heard. Never have I heard of this. Yo, I'm stuck in the middle of the
Yo,
ocean.
have you heard Pop Star yet, dude? The aliens are like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
he said, have you heard the new Drake album? I had a reference to it. We had a great joke, actually. Him and I had a really good back and forth.
Completely missed it. Got the back end. Had no idea what you were talking about.
Your focus is only on Jab.
You are staring at him longingly right now.
So
He's my best
longingly.
friend.
He can stare at me
I'll
as
stare
longingly as
at
he
him.
wants.
I just wish that he would love me the same.
Why don't you love me the way you love beer? You drunk?
Oh,
Yeah. See what's in your hands right now.
don't show the camera. We don't have
Yeah.
Bro, that's a
Calling you
that's a
out.
Coke Zero, bro. What are you talking about?
Coke
to.